All right, everyone, it's Thursday. I'm Andrew Dowd. Time for our Happening in the Hamptons podcast, our weekly breakdown of the Hamptons market, new listings, and events on the East End. We are sponsored by New York Title Abstract, the Hamptons' leading title insurance firm. Visit newyorktitle.com. We have a full house today. We have Steve Glick, Dave Rutiner, Kristin Regan, also joining us, return guest. Good to have you back.
Hi, all.
And first time, but probably not the last, because I'm just getting to know you guys, and you're a lot of fun. Sam Pezzullo. You're a director. We'll get to that. Lisa Gallo, executive producer, actress. Sam's also an actor. There's a whole bunch to get to with this. Yeah. And we're going to start with marketing, which is kind of our specialty, and the power of social media, and how Kristin, Sam, Lisa all got together, and how real estate ties into a documentary and filming, and how that can help with a listing. Did I get that about right? Okay.
Yeah.
So let's start with how you guys...
One correction.
Okay.
It's actually a mockumentary,
Okay.
not
A mockumentary.
not a documentary.
Okay.
It's
It's
a
a
narrative
comedy.
film.
It's a
Yes.
It's called The Premiere,
The premiere.
which premieres
Premiere.
on
That's
a
funny.
streaming platform in August.
Correct.
So it premiered at the Hamptons International Film Festival this past fall. So that was our big premiere. It was at Guildhall.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it was a great turnout, amazing, major buzz. We've done a lot of things, private screenings since then at Donna Karen's house. I'm sorry, not at her house. At
A lot
Donna
of private
Karen's-
events
No.
that we've hosted,
Well,
yes.
they're not confidential events.
Well, they're
We've
not
done a-
anymore.
No, we've done a lot of different events to promote the film.
They were.
No.
They were strictly
anyway.
confidential up until about 10 seconds ago.
So
Yeah.
anyway, we've had a lot of great happenings and events around it to promote it, but it will officially be available on streaming platforms in August.
Okay.
Correct.
So that's kind of the rundown of the mockumentary.
Tell
which
us
is,
about what
again,
it is.
What is
it about?
Well, essentially, it's a mockumentary about making a documentary about trying to make a musical about a movie.
That actually sounds kind
Say
of
that one more time.
There's
So
a
you're
lot of
trying.
layers.
You're trying to.
There's
Slow
a
it
lot
down.
of a lot of layers of Inception, but it's really a satirical commentary on
the
show
documentary
business and
process.
the Hamptons. But the basic premise is I play this exaggerated, outrageous version of myself, and I'm trying to make a musical version of the movie Scream at Bay Street Theater in Sag Harbor.
Okay.
And all
Okay.
of like the events that go along with that, the trials and tribulations, and then there's sort of a plot twist halfway through.
Scream
and-
the musical. That's
yeah.
funny.
But it was entirely shot in Sag Harbor using all local talent, many non-actors. We had no script. It was fully improvised.
Oh, wow.
And, yeah. So it's been a journey and a labor of love, but the outcome was something that we're all really proud of. And the comedy is definitely something that seems to resonate with people, not just in this community, but all over. So we're excited to see how it takes off.
And you said Sag Harbor's kind of your hub. And you
Yes.
mentioned that Sagtown.
Well, they
Coffee-
live there. They
right.
live there.
But
And
this
work
is,
there.
This is kind of like, so it's your hub, you live, you work, and this idea with Kristin, did this kind of come when you were...
Shooting the
Bring
shit
it
Yeah. How
one
does
day.
the real
Yeah.
estate? How does real estate?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I was representing a property, a beautiful new construction in Sag Harbor built by Corvell Developments, and it was kind of the quiet season, and I was looking to sort of, how do I get some light to shine on this listing, which has previously sold to wonderful buyers, and I go to Sagtown for coffee, and I sit down with Sam, and he says, look, this is in Sag Harbor, I have one scene yet to film. Let's film it at your luxury property, and you play the broker. So
Play yourself.
I did.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that she did.
That she
I
did.
did.
Very well.
So it was just another way, and that was our real segue to how to market a property. It's not just about open houses and pictures that you're
Yep.
putting up. You're literally creating a narrative and a conversation that has something to say. The builder came and was an extra.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, all my friends came.
Yeah.
And it was really, I was so thankful to have Sam to, just sort of bring this in front of me.
I think that's part of the thing is that you're always, with marketing a property, you always have to be thinking outside the box. And when an
Exactly.
opportunity presents itself, you got to jump on it, you know?
And marketing, the fact that I was marketing it actually we had a real blip in interest.
That's great.
Right. Ultimately, that's what moved the needle because the scene actually was never included in the film, and by the time the film was first seen, you had sold the property.
I
so it was
sold it very quickly.
really just about
Really?
the buzz we created from staging that event.
But whatever, that works.
And
That's part of it.
yeah.
It's great.
It's effective.
And even just the extra eyes, people being there, like you said, like the,
And Jared came, and he's a
Yes,
realtor
Jared
at
was there.
another brokerage, so just that exposure.
You know,
Yeah.
in every broker, this is, something we do. Obviously, we represent sellers, we represent buyers, but when you're representing sellers, you really need to make sure that you are covering all the bases and that you're coming up with something that's a little bit different that
Right.
makes them pick you to represent them.
Yeah. And that was a great listing. I mean, that was a beautiful
Oh my
house.
God.
Beautiful home.
Fantastic listing.
What a stunning
Same
home.
builders currently have 142 Shore Road, which I have a ton of action on. Beautiful property. We, have that should be pretty much off market soon.
That's the goal.
I really sense the friendship between you guys.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
long time. Well, I think it's been 20-year
Yes,
friendship.
yeah.
Oh,
friendship,
20-year
yeah.
friendship. Oh, wow.
Yeah, I think,
don't know if I have any
we're very lucky. Well, and again, all just in the Hamptons. We all met here just like at kind of like the hub locations. I mean, our friendship started just at where you used to work, Bobby Vance. And
There you go.
also, to make another connection, he is one of the managers at Tutto El Giorno. And the two of them are master networkers. So I just feel like them being in those locations, the networks that they've built, that they utilize, is just kind of amazing. The power of network.
Well, you are too. You're funny. You guys are really funny on social media. It's how I met you really is through Sagtown Coffee's social media. I just thought you were so funny to the point where it made me walk into Sagtown Coffee. I normally would go to like Calissa's to get coffee, or I would go to Jack's to get coffee. And then I was like, you know what? I got to go to Sagtown Coffee. I never go to shop. I went in there because I thought you were funny. And then the second I saw you, you lit up when you saw me because you follow me on social media.
Yeah, that's so true.
Well, and so it was kind of like a real connection, all from social media.
Yeah, it's true. It's the
Yeah.
power of social media. It's like you see people, you follow them on social media, and you see their lives, and then there's so many different layers to their lives. Like I see
Yeah.
you with your family going places, but you also have this like booming real estate practice that you're involved in. So it's so many different layers, and just being able to connect on different layers that really like build
Yeah,
relationships.
it's a cool thing. And
Yeah.
Kristen, you use social media a lot for your.
I could do more, honestly. This is something I constantly discuss with myself. How much of myself do I put out there to link to my work? So I'm learning from the best over here.
But I'm always seeing posts about your properties and things like
Yes,
that.
that's true.
You've got some good ones.
Yeah.
I mean, this is like,
I have great
Yeah,
listings.
tell us about your properties.
Well, 142 Shore Road by Corvell Developments. As I said, there's a lot of action, beautiful new construction. 15 West Pond, that's something that I suddenly have, lots of looks south of the highway and bridge, on a full acre, across from a horse farm, really ready for its next person.
This is a Hamptons classic house. I mean, this
Yeah, it really is.
It
This
is
really,
so-
when you look at
It's
the
like an
facade,
estate.
yeah,
You
it's
can store
perfect.
estate very appropriately for this home.
Got it. Perfect.
Is it a compound?
No, it does have a pool house.
Oh.
Every pool needs a house.
Yes, of
Or
course.
there's one.
Yes.
Or two in the Hamptons.
Yeah.
You know what I'm noticing that's this house has that I'm noticing more and more often, and it's like becoming more and more important to me, is the balcony on the by the pool, like on the second floor.
Yes.
Overlooking
Yeah.
the pool.
Especially
Overlooking
Yeah.
the pool.
some
Overlooking the
beautiful
pool,
to
yeah.
look at, right? A lot of houses have them.
I wonder, like, is that used a
You
lot?
wanna sit and see.
Well, I always wonder, like, if you buy that house, do people really use that a lot? Because when I go to the open house, one of the first things I want to do is check out the balcony, and then
Yes,
I'm like,
this home, yes.
would you do this? Would you do this all the time? Would you hang out here all the time?
So
Yeah.
then
You know?
Probably.
you should
I work remotely there.
I
you
think
should
I would
stage
live
there. Oh, that's a
like
good
a
idea.
Romeo and Juliet moment on that balcony and film a little skit. And that could be a way to promote
Probably
it.
not. I mean, we'll have to skip that end. Can we rewrite the end?
Oh.
That is a
Or
good
add
way
it,
to
yeah.
put yourself out there on
Dave
social
could be
media.
Romeo.
I can't
And
imagine.
it could be
I
like
can't imagine that.
rivalry families, like a girl from East Hampton meets like a boy from Quogue,
You could
and
stage that.
it's a huge controversy.
It could be a musical, but it also should end very differently.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or
I
it
think
could be
going
a
back to,
movie
like,
about you creating that movie.
Yeah. This is
I'm in.
true.
Starts here on
Yeah.
the podcast.
True.
Two
Oh, I
families
love
from
it.
opposite sides of the canal.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh
Star-crossed
my
lovers. But I think that goes back to the idea of like coming up with untraditional and fun, entertaining ways to market things. I think
And that's
being
part of social
entertaining.
media.
People
should
want to be entertained.
Yes,
the
that's
priority.
it. And that's really how you're so great at social media. Like,
really are.
you're like, we're not going to just sell things on social media. We're going to entertain people and we're going to get their attention so that they're engaged with us. And then, like, okay, maybe it'll lead to sales.
Right. That's
so
the strategy.
It will lead to sales. But yeah, no matter what he's involved in, that's always your strategy.
Focusing on the characters and the quirks and all the little dynamics and kind of making like little soap operas out of it. I think
But
that's
have
what
you were you always like this? Like I think it's an intuitive gift. Like some people are good with music. Like I could never learn to play guitar, but I know people that pick up guitar when we were kids and they're amazing at it. Like you're funny. Is that an intuitive thing that you just kind of like naturally feel like you have to try to be funny?
I don't feel that I have to try to be funny. No, it's just it
sorta
comes so
happens.
naturally.
See, that was
No, I
funny.
think I'm a natural antagonist. And that's like the root of a lot of the
God.
comedy.
Got it.
But you say since you were a child, you
Yeah.
were an entertainer. His
Yes.
mom told me a story that when he was 4 years old, he went into his mom's room, he slicked back his hair, and he said, "I need an agent, Mom." Okay, so like you're a performer.
Right, and you know how I
Well,
knew,
that's
and
good.
I remember how I learned about the idea of an agent was from watching Troop Beverly Hills, and there was one young character who was an actress, and she was talking about her agent, and then that
Talent agent,
like,
by
yeah,
the way.
that-
They're all agents.
Well,
Right.
what's nice about it is in today's day and age, as bad as social media is, it really is an outlet. A creative outlet for a lot of people. And that wasn't there before. I mean, if you wanted to have a creative outlet and you felt like that was in you when you were a teenager, when I was a teenager, you had to buy a VHS camera, and it was like,
which I did, yeah.
and it was like,
You just
1,000.
played it back on your TV.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
stupid.
There
Yeah,
it is.
it was
Yeah.
like you were excited just to see it in your own house,
Yeah.
and showed it to like 6 people. Now, like it's pretty easy to get at least 1,000 people, 500 people to watch something if it's
Yeah.
funny.
It's true.
Imagine 1,000 people in a room watching your thing when you were 15 years old or however old you were when VHS was around.
Yeah.
That's
know?
great. So let's shift just a little bit to real estate again, with a bigger picture. Since we talked a little bit about some of Kristin's listings, ways to market them, but big picture, Steve, what's going on in the Hamptons,
All right.
real estate wise?
Hamptons real estate market update. We've been going through the data every week, and we've been seeing a lot of in contracts over plus 20s. This week was 15 listings went into contract from West Hampton to Montauk, which is kind of a low for the past 3 or 4 months we've been seeing. Hopefully that doesn't continue. But it's the same as last year. Last year there were 18, so it's a small decrease of 17%. 2 years ago there were 19 listings, so it's a decrease there of 21%. The breakdown of the 15 transactions this week, there were 3 between 5 and 10 million, 1 between 3 and 5 million, 5 between 2 and 3 million, 4 between 1 and 2 million, and 2 under a million. The dollar volume last week was 45 million. Compared to last year, the dollar volume was 59 million. So it's a small decrease of 24%. 2 years ago, the dollar volume was 36 million. So it's an increase there of 25%. But new listings coming onto the market. 27 new listings came onto the market in 1 week. So it increases the inventory by 12 listings. And the breakdown of the 27 new listings, there was 1 over 20 million, 3 between 5 and 10 million, 6 between 3 and 5 million, 10 between 2 and 3 million, 6 between 1 and 2 million, and 1 under a million. The inventory is at 1,953 total listings, 1,527 active, and 426 in contract. So, slower week for in contracts. I don't think that's going to continue, though. I think that's just an anomaly, just a one-off.
What does it all mean, Kristin? Are you busy?
I'm very busy. So busy, and I think all my colleagues are in the same boat. We are running in circles right now. And I'll say this about the new listings this week. Obviously, as a broker, you want to put eyes on every new listing, but I felt the ones that showed up this week, I really wanted to see. They were well-priced, interesting products that I want to get to right away. So some weeks I feel that way, some weeks I don't. These I thought were showing up right in the price point that they should.
How remarkable is that when somebody prices a house?
So bizarre.
That's like where they should price it, and then it sells. It's like magic. That's good.
So it really is true. If there is a good product out there that is well priced, it's going.
Absolutely. And
Yeah.
I think we've talked
There's
about
buyers.
the real positives of marketing and social media, but I think that the narrative can be that rentals are down. The narrative can be that sales are down. But when you're in the center of it, neither of those are actually true.
Right.
Right. And I would say that like while pricing is important, as we discussed earlier, I mean, how you market that well-priced property can make all the difference. You know what I mean? You can't just, I mean, look, I guess you can give it away, but like, you know, the reality is there's going to be a price point. You need to get it out there to buyers, and how you do that and how you get creative with that is kind of
Our owners
the success story.
realistic about their own product
Right.
and their own price
Right.
point.
Right.
I think we're seeing a lot more of that. We are busy.
That's good. That's good. Are you busy this weekend?
There's a couple of cool and important events this weekend in the Hamptons. So in the Hamptons this weekend, you can figure out what you want to do by going to hamptons.com. This is our favorite #1 website in the whole world to find out what's going on in the Hamptons. And if you go there, you'll find out that Southampton Fresh Air Homes American Picnic with fireworks by Grucci.
It is fireworks season.
Yes, it's fireworks season. And Grucci is not Gucci. Grucci. Grucci is
Be confused.
Or Gucci.
Is it Grucci? It's Grucci, and they're the go-tos out here for fireworks. And so that's going to be June 28th from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. This is at an estate right on Meadow Lane. It's unbelievable. They have an all-American buffet and food trucks and a carnival for children.
Where's
and
this at?
there's clowns. It's at
Clowns?
There's clowns.
You got us all like clowns.
No, there are
Clowns.
no in Southampton on Meadow Lane.
Oh, that thing. Oh, okay. Yeah.
You know what I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
yeah, I've been there. Yeah, okay.
The tickets are $500 to benefit the Southampton Fresh Air Home. It's overwhelming because it's at a beautiful house, or the camp is at like a beautiful estate, and there's all of these kids who have like real problems, and they're having like the times
Oh
of
my
their
gosh.
lives.
beautiful.
Wait, that's
You get like
magical.
emotional, like
yeah, I'm getting the chills.
It's like a really nice thing. It's very unique to out here too.
Wow.
It's like only out here, I think.
So yeah,
it's
I'd love
very
to go
cool.
to that.
Yep.
So there's that. So you can go to that, and it's a good thing to do. Or Friday, June 27th, there is the Heart of the Hamptons Sand and Style Soiree. And this is to raise money to fight against cardiovascular disease, which is the #1 killer. It's at the Bridgehampton Tennis and Surf Club. This is also a very fancy party and a very nice thing to do. That's from 6:30 to 10:30 p.m., and that's in Bridgehampton. I think I said that. Bridgehampton Surf and Tennis Club? Okay. And then, I don't know, if you're looking for live music, you can go to see Chloe Halpin at the Clubhouse in East Hampton from 6 to 9 p.m., and if you don't want to spend money, there is no cover. And if you really don't want to spend money, just get a glass of water.
Right up Lisa's alley.
Yeah. That's a great
What?
date night. That sounds like a good
nice.
date night.
Not nice.
And then we always like to ask the guests what their favorite restaurants are.
Oh, well, this is a biased group here.
That's okay.
Go ahead. What are you going to say? Sagtown Coffee.
Well, he's a assistant manager at a restaurant, so go ahead.
Right. Well, Tutto Il Giorno, obviously. I think it's an institution out here. Not only is the food incredible, but the atmosphere,
we've
the
been there.
ambiance.
It's amazing.
I also personally love Bistro Ete and Watermill.
Oh, yeah.
I think
That's like
Sunset
a sophisticated
Beach,
answer. Bistro Ate. It's a really small place, but the food is so good.
It's great.
on another
And Sunset
level.
Beach is always like special in my opinion, just because you feel like you're really like far away.
Yeah, that's good.
I was on
Those
Shelter Island
two.
yesterday. You
Yeah.
really do feel like you're like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you get off.
It's annoying though. $40 for like a glass of
Yeah.
wine or something. you know?
Oh, and Leon is also great if you're on Shelter Island. You want to do lunch at Sunset Beach, take a nap, and then
Leon?
I thought it was Leon.
Leon.
What did I say, Leon?
Leon.
Well, I also thought
I don't
it
know.
was
Leon,
it's
Leon.
French. Oh, I thought it was Ratner, but apparently it's Ratiner.
Ratiner.
Yeah,
So we're learning a lot about pronunciation these days.
Leon.
And it's
Yeah.
pied à terre, Lisa, not Pierre de terre.
Okay, thank you very much. You don't
While
have-
we're correcting
you don't
people's
have to-
pronunciations,
you
I
don't
just
have to mock my
that was the
accent.
perfect
I don't- you don't have
opportunity
to
to
mock
correct.
my- I
So
But
said
you've
it.
been saying I want to get a Pierre de terre for
Well, that's
months
how I
now,
say it.
but it's
And I
incorrect.
vote Pierre de Terre. Okay.
Pierre
we're gonna
de Terre.
move on. So
Lisa, by the way,
Bonjour.
wants a Pierre de terre. She has a home in Springs, but she wants
Yeah.
a Pierre de terre in Sag Harbor Village.
yeah, I do want that. Is that
Well,
okay?
let them do a search for
They
you.
will. Kristin and
Waste-
I are going to share it. So I would say, I was thinking, I love one of my favorite places. What is so funny? Can I ask you? So I love to go to places where I just feel like a little. What is the problem? Is everything okay?
going-
It should be video.
You're gonna
It
have
might
to
be
cut
going
this
through his
out.
nose.
You're gonna have to cut this out. Okay, so I love Boswick's.
Okay.
What? Okay, I don't know what's going on with it. He's having.
Boswick's.
I definitely love Boswick's.
Did you went for the first time? 2 days ago.
I went for the first time 2 days ago.
Really? Is that true?
No.
Oh.
What? I'm not a newbie to the Hamptons.
I've never heard
They
you
know
mention
that.
Okay.
I haven't been there in a long time.
I've never been there.
Okay,
Yeah.
I've
never
been.
been there. Is
No,
that in East Hampton?
Boswick's.
I heard good
Boswick's on the
things.
harbor. I was gonna go to the other night. Bostwick's. I've been going to. They've changed locations over there. Sorry, Sam. Don't get
Oh
into
my
this
God.
conversation with me. He likes to pretend I just got here, but no, they know that like. I didn't just get here.
Okay.
So anyway, moving on.
I believe you.
Okay. Boswick's. I love Boswick's Chatterfest. That I love. I love going there and it's just like casual, paper plates, like everything's like plastic, like very
Sounds
very,
great. They yell at you when you walk in. It's awesome.
Also,
You gotta
great,
cook your own food.
great for the environment. Very sustainable.
Delicious,
Plastic, everything.
delicious. It's no frills is what I'm trying to say.
I get it.
And I really like that. I like to go to a place that's a little
it.
bit away from the scene, okay? So that, and I also, the other place I thought of, which is obviously further out, all the way out, is Monty's. I love
Monty's.
Monty's.
Gotta love Monty's.
Love Monty's.
Where's Monty's?
It's in the
Montauk.
Montauk
Montauk.
Manor. Again, a no frills throwback place, red sauce joint, like
Actual place.
authentic Italian, run by great Italian local Montauk
By the Montes.
people. By the
Yeah.
Montes.
Who are like 3 or
Proper
4
cutlery.
generations Montauk.
yeah, proper
So,
cutlery,
yeah.
yes. And then, of course, Tutto del Giorno.
Of course.
Yeah, you got to do,
The
mix.
last time I was at Monty's, I officiated a impromptu wedding.
I saw that on social media.
Talk about so,
It
I
later
saw
got
that.
deleted.
Social media,
Oh.
It was later they issued a takedown because it was yeah.
They made him take down the video because it
Well,
was
I didn't post
not
the video.
really.
Was it a real
I
wet?
didn't
Did they
post the
get?
video.
But did they get
I wasn't
married?
even filming. Someone in the one of the attendees at the restaurant.
Oh, I thought they really planned this. So no, this was real. This was
What really happened was it was the day of the St. Patrick's Day parade. So we were all like the entire restaurant, separate groups, we were all lit. And so there was this couple
Lit?
there.
Did you just say lit?
We understand what you're
Oh
saying.
my god.
There was this
Okay,
couple
keep
there and they were
going.
like, "Oh my god, we got engaged today." And I had the bright idea to stand up and say, "Well, I'm ordained. I can marry you right here."
Are you really ordained?
No.
Oh, okay, got it.
What a disaster.
Oh,
Disaster.
And they like gladly accepted that offer. So then in a matter of 10 minutes, like the whole dining room turned into like a wedding ceremony.
I saw that. Yeah,
And
that was
one
funny.
of the other diners is a girl.
Drinking Long Island.
Her-
she
yeah,
has a
she-
very large following.
What's her
Mm-hmm.
name again? Oh God.
Just her Instagram
Anyway, she
is
has
Drinking
an
Long Island.
Instagram account that is pretty influential. So she recorded the whole thing and then posted it, and it kind of went viral. And then the children of the bride and groom,
Did not like it.
yeah. Well, apparently this was not.
Real. Let's just
Yeah,
move
yeah.
on from
Yeah.
this
But it
topic.
So
wasn't
Monty's
actually
is a great restaurant.
Monty's is so good. Let's move
Moral
back
of
to
the story is,
Monty's.
yeah, you never know
Got
what's
it.
going to happen at Monty's.
Cool story, Hansel. That was good.
But
And then Kristin, your
Mine,
your
oh.
favorite restaurant.
I'm currently in love with Nick and Tony's.
Oh,
Yeah,
a little
that's
bit
good.
of
Throwback.
A little bit of throwback and Amalfi Coastal Kitchen.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Space.
where's that?
oh,
I haven't been there. I gotta go there.
Hampton
You have
Bays.
to go there.
Hampton
You have to go
Bays.
there. It's right on your way to the Ponquag Bridge.
Okay.
Across from the Coast Guard station. It's
you don't
awesome.
know what that is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I went last year. It was cool.
Great
It was good.
venue. They are
Really?
live music on Wednesdays, and they do like a Sunday beach theme.
Good vibe.
It's the Hampton Bays Sunset Beach.
Oh,
Yeah. Actually,
great.
Good way of putting it.
Cool.
Way to put it, yeah.
Love that.
Good. All right. Well, you guys will definitely be back because this was fun.
Oh,
Yeah, great time.
Nobody's getting married.
No, not actually
Right.
ordained.
Oh my God.
Thank you guys for joining us. Appreciate you coming in.
Thank
Kristin, good luck this
you.
summer.
Yes.
We'll be back next week. Everybody, have a great day. I'm Andrew Dowd. That's what's happening in the Hamptons.